from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
The Henrico man shot and killed yesterday, and a local DMV service center is moving. We'll tell you about it in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. It's brought to you today by the law firm of Barnes & Deal.
And now for the news.
43-year-old Henrico County man was found dead of gunshot wounds inside a residence in the 5000 block of Charles City Road yesterday shortly after noon. Henrico emergency personnel responding to the address found Cameron Darnell Steele suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to a local hospital where he later died. Detectives identified a suspect and have someone in custody, according to police, who have not yet released that person's name. But if you have any information about the homicide, you are encouraged to call police at 804-501-5000 or by calling Metro Richmond Crime Stoppers at 804-780-1000 or using the P3 Tips app. Public education advocates from throughout the state of Virginia gathered at the Capitol Bell Tower in downtown Richmond on Monday. They were part of a Strong Schools, Strong Communities Lobby Day event organized by the Virginia Education Association. The rally focused on raising funds for teacher and support staff salaries, the standards of quality, and English learner services. Henrico delegate Schuyler Van Valkenburg, a Democrat, pushed back on several Republican proposals that would allow parents to use state funding to enroll their children in private schools. Said Van Valkenburg, quote, leaving children behind is instituting vouchers that put them in schools that don't work, that are lower standards than public schools, that aren't accountable to anybody, that can discriminate, end quote. Republicans are pushing to allow parents more discretion in where they send their children to school. You can read more about this topic right now on our website, henricocitizen.com. Republicans are hoping to follow a U.S. Supreme Court decision and remove a localities authority to prohibit the possession or carrying of firearms in public areas. The court last year ruled against a New York law that had placed strict limits on carrying guns outside the home. And some Virginia legislators and gun rights advocates have called the state's regulations unconstitutional. Senator Mark Obenshain of Harrisonburg introduced a bill on Monday that would take public parks, recreation community centers, and public streets and roads out of the authorization given to local governments to restrict firearms. A locality still would be able to adopt an ordinance banning guns in any building owned or used by that locality, including a local department or agency. You can also read more about this topic right now at henricocitizen.com. And a heads up, if you use the Brook Road, Virginia DMV Service Center, that location will close sometime later this spring. It'll move to a new one up in Ashland, about 8 miles north. The DMV official confirmed the move this week to the Citizen. The new location is at 251 North Washington Highway, just a few blocks from Randolph-Macon College. The Brook Road site has been open since May of 1998. The agency is relocating the center because it was outgrowing that location. The new spot will have 4 additional service windows and a more efficient counter design, according to DMV spokesperson Jessica Cowarden. The existing location likely will close less than a week before the new one opens. There are 2 other DMV service centers in Henrico, one at 9237 Quioccasin Road in the West End, the other at 5517 South Laburnum Avenue in eastern Henrico. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Barnes & Deal. Barnes & Deal has emerged as a highly respected family law firm over the past 3 decades with the resources, skills, and experience necessary to handle high-asset divorces and other complex family law matters across Virginia. To learn more, visit barnesfamilylaw.com, that's B-A-R-N-E-S, or call 796-1000.